Y'all ready for a story? Let's get it. Attempted suicide at the Volunteers of America halfway house, Mansfield, Ohio. This is my First Amendment right. A response to staff member neglect? You decide. Last night at the OHIN halfway house at approximately 10:30 p.m., a young man whose name at this time I will keep undisclosed attempted suicide. He was found in the shower area of the men's bathroom. As another man was checking the shower area to make sure everyone knew it was being closed, he came upon another young man tucked away in one of the shower stalls near the back wall on the right side. The young man that was found was pale, blue in the face. He was thought to have potentially overdosed. As is the usual here, one were to check public record or police interaction with the aforementioned site. The individual that came across the young man pulled him out of the shower stall where he was tucked away on the ground. Once the man that was fortunate enough to have noticed the suicidal young male knocking on death's door after pulling him from the stall, he began rubbing his chest to regain consciousness, a normal practice for an overdose. While doing so, he called for staff, who came to see what was going on. I was in the actual restroom on the other side, and they called 911. At that time, the individual that, as stated before, was fortunate enough to come across the young man in distress, noticed a long piece of white fabric tied tightly around the blue-skinned man's neck. It was at this time that I ran in, belt hanging off from using the restroom myself. As I came running in, I exclaimed, "I know CPR." However, thankfully, the fabric was able to have been removed in time, and he was coming back to, eyes glazed over and bloodshot. This was when the man, as well as myself, and one or two other men that ran to the rescue, were thanked for doing what we could, and were all ordered to our bunks. Shortly after, the police and then an ambulance arrived. The young man whom had acted on his suicidal thoughts was taken to the hospital for evaluation and medical attention. The young man that had found the other man in distress was Anthony Ward. Check my Facebook post, guys. He saved a life, and this is not to be taken lightly. This incident most likely is, in my opinion, occurred due to an incident earlier in the day when the individual was put on what's known as shutdown. Apologies, guys, by the facility. He, at the time that I was attempting to hear my conduct report for doing as told by the supervisor of the APA in regards to my special pass with my family on Sunday, was being denied the opportunity and still found guilty, placing me on shutdown as well, was when he was begging to speak to someone in regards to the same exact thing. I made posts earlier yesterday in regards to the situation for me. I spoke to the young man myself. He was begging to speak to an administrative staff member, and no one would take the time to hear him out. He had claimed that he was on the Vivitrol injection. This is an MAT medication used for the treatment of addiction. He went on to state to me, apparently upset beyond reason, that he tested positive for oxy, and that it is due to the fact that the injection is medically known to falsely test positive for said substance in the first few months of it regulating in the body, upon absorption into the tissue. Actually, he told me that he even provided paperwork stating such, as well as that he was a resident on MAT and that he was not labeled in the computer system yet. According to him, his case manager told him that he had to take the finding of guilt regardless of the paperwork provided. He then claimed his case manager then said something along the lines of, "I'm not responsible to make sure that's in there since you haven't gone to an appointment for your injection since being here at this facility." The thing is, some of us residents here get MAT treatment before coming here. It is known to take up to potentially 4 to 6 weeks before we are assessed by recovery services staff here. Thankfully, that was not the case with myself. However, in the interim, some residents are forced to self-medicate until then. The young man whom was found in the shower stall near death did not do so. He simply allowed his Vivitrol to do what he was supposed to, which is keep him clean and sober. Yet he was found guilty of using drugs he claims never were consumed. Now, keep in mind that the injection he was on blocks all opioid receptors as well as alcohol completely. This was overlooked. The last thing he said to me was, "I can't handle this shit." It's as if we all try in here, and all they care about is making sure they maintain keeping their jobs by doing the least they can for us. How are we supposed to succeed here? I was working on stuff that I can't not be allowed to leave, and now I'm on shutdown. I can't go anywhere. I give up. He was near tears at this point. I told him I'd pray for him, and he should do the same. Next thing I know, he's blue and near death. This place has had multiple problems. One was a former administrative social worker stealing Social Security information, and according to sources, they're under investigation by multiple entities. I took the time to write this because I can't sleep. I wrote it myself, no AI, just me, trying to show the world the truth. Please share this. Please refer to my post from yesterday for my issues. How much do you want to bet when they find out about this post that they do their damnedest to punish me in some way, try and take my phone for doing the same thing I've been doing for 3 months, except when it was in video form? Expect a reel tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's this. Yeah, share, comment, like, subscribe, all that. Story time, y'all. Let's get it. Stop the shenanigans.